The Force Awakens introduced us to 5 new planets, those being Takodana, Dakar, Hosnian Prime, Jakku and Starkiller Base, all of which possess a certain air of mystery. However, in this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 of these planets to uncover their exact backstories and any details The Force Awakens never told us. Why just 3 of these 5 planets? Well, I've already made a video on Starkiller Base, do check that out, and Jakku has so much lore to it that it deserves its very own entry in this series. So without any further ado, here is the history of Takodana, Dakar and Hosnian Prime. Caught in between the First Order Resistance conflict was a lush planet in the galaxy's western reaches. Home to large forests and small lakes, Takodana became a popular departure point for criminals of any kind seeking access to trade routes connecting the outer and inner rims. For those heading outward to the edges of the galaxy, the planet became a last taste of civilization, while those travelling coreward saw it as a last gasp of frontier living. Either way, despite being home to an ancient battle between the Jedi and Sith, the planet was regarded as a neutral territory. However, around 30 years after the Battle of Endor, Takodana's neutrality came into question. Due to the safe haven offered to smugglers, scouts and spies alike by Maz Kanata's castle, both sides of the First Order Resistance conflict were notified when Han Solo and the prize droid BB-8 entered the watering hole. Before long, the warring factions came face to face in a devastating battle in the planet's clear blue skies. Despite the First Order's eventual retreat, Takodana's lush greenery became tainted with smoke and rubble. Even Maz Kanata's castle, which stood for thousands of years, was destroyed. Located in the Ilenium system of the Outer Rim territories, Dakar was another lush, jungle-covered world with no native intelligent life. During the Galactic Civil War, shortly after the Battle of Hoth, members of Corona Squad surveyed the planet for an Imperial presence. However, pilots Fane Kyrell and Kende Ideli found no trace of the rumoured Imperial Starfleet construction facility. Following their exhaustive planetary and solar orbit scans, the Rebel Alliance established a small outpost on the planet, which operated up until the signing of the Galactic Concordance. Nearly 30 years later though, the outpost was once more occupied, this time by the Resistance. Due to the planet's remoteness, the base was perfect for spying on the First Order. What's more, as most of the outpost lay underneath the surface's foliage, the Resistance hid away for decades. That was until the First Order Resistance conflict. Following the destruction of a planet we'll get onto very shortly, the First Order intended to deal a similar fate to Dakar. Thankfully, before the superweapon could fire, the Resistance successfully destroyed Starkiller Base. Before its destruction at the hands of the First Order, Hosnian Prime lay in the outskirts of the galaxy's core worlds region as the capital of the New Republic. The cosmopolitan planet contained 3 key areas. The Hanging Gardens, which were open to the public, stood in the outskirts of Republic City, Hosnian Prime's capital. The gardens consisted of sandstone pyramids, plants of all varieties, and tall, willowy trees. The serenity of the area contrasted with the Senate Hangar, which stored the vehicles of representatives, and the New Republic Senatorial Complex, a 1-story tall building used to house the Galactic Senate. The Galactic Senate was re-established and relocated from Coruscant by Chancellor Mon Mothma, hoping to never repeat the same mistakes of the Galactic Empire and its predecessor. So that all worlds would have an equal say in the shaping of their government, the Senate's host planet changed on a yearly basis. Through election, Hosnian Prime was selected to be the New Republic's capital around the time of the First Order Resistance conflict. As a result, the First Order targeted the Hosnian system to eradicate the Galactic Senate. Following its destruction in the resulting pocket nova, Hosnian Prime became just another star in its system. Now it's time for last week's question. Which planet out of the 3 discussed today is your favourite? Let me know in the comments below. Also, to have your same future The Force Awakens lore videos, head on over to thekangzans.com and get voting. Thanks for watching, and for more Star Wars related content, keep a look here to the Kangzans. Capable of destroying entire planets, the weapon ran of quintessence, an omnipresent dark energy in the galaxy, meaning the First Order had a nearly unlimited power source. The dark energy was gathered in stages by collectors on one side of the world, where it was transferred to the planetary core. There, the quintessence was contained by both the planet's natural magnetic field and the synthetic containment field. The latter was maintained by machinery the First Order had installed within the planet's crust.